Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, Solyndra growing into a criminal probe is no surprise to Republican Congressman Phil Gingrey. He says this smelled bad from the moment it was exposed. And, Congressman, we've been talking about this for months now, but I was surprised to hear that there was a grand jury. Weren't you?
I was a little surprised, quite honestly, but of course we've known that the Justice Department has been investigating. Of course, they raided the office of Solyndra, took all the computers. This was back several months ago, and I'm told, David, that maybe this grand jury started actually several months ago as well. But, you know, this thing, like you say, I mean, it just doesn't smell good at all. Every time you peel another layer of the onion, your eyes really water up. And we just need to get to the bottom of this. And, you know, if the Justice Department can get all that information from the White House, you know, it seems like they would supply us with the same documents. But I don't think that we're going to get that. Right now, we've gotten about 150 pages out of 3,000. So we're going to stay on top of it, though, and finally get to the bottom of it.
You know, we just had a professor on, a law professor on, who was saying that it's possible that some of the information the grand jury may be uncovering and sifting through at this very moment is the information you are trying to get from the White House. Is there any way, I know we have separation of powers in this country, very important, but is there any way that perhaps you could work with prosecutors to get some of the information they have?
Well, of course, you know, we have subpoenaed the White House, and they're slow walking this, and we're still trying to work with them. And little by little, they've given us information. I doubt seriously if the prosecutors would share any of their information with us. That's just kind of the rule of law, and I doubt if they would share that with us. But look, these things that are going on, this business of energy, all of the above approach is what we've been pushing for 3 years now, and all of a sudden we hear today that the Secretary of Navy, Secretary Malbus, says, well, we've got the Great Green Fleet, and we're going to use nothing but biofuels, 50% biofuels for the Navy by the year 2020. I would call that the Great Green Fleece, in that they're paying something like $16 a gallon for that biofuel when they could get regular jet fuel for those F-18s at about $3 a gallon. It's just crazy, David, and that's what we're trying to rein in. I think this president and this Democratic majority in the Senate in particular, I mean, they've gone green crazy, if you will.
By the way, we broke that story last night, that $15 a gallon biofuel story. It is just extraordinary, and it riles you. But one thing, the reason we know about the Solyndra grand jury, by the way, is because the attorneys for Solyndra have a bankruptcy filing, and it was going through some of those bankruptcy filing that reporters and others found these notes about the grand jury. And you are actually, Congress is actually in some of those notes. They're very concerned, Solyndra and their lawyers, about what Congress can do. Who pays for Solyndra's lawyers right now? Is it us? Is it the taxpayers that are paying those $650 an hour fees?
No question about it. It's coming out of the bankruptcy judge makes that decision. And this is the same law firm, David, that lobbied so hard on behalf of Solyndra trying to get that $500 million loan. And were successful in doing it, and I think that firm was paid over $2 million, and one of the principals in the firm was actually the wife of one of the czars in the Department of Energy that was pushing this loan for Solyndra. So, you know, there's a lot of things here that the American people need to find out about, and we're determined to connect those dots.
Well, let us know when you do. Congressman Phil Gingrey, good to see you again, sir. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
All right, David, my pleasure.
Well, oops, you know, all those reports on home sales that we've heard